Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and this time I'll be playing Legacy of Kain Defiance Blind. I have played all of the previous games in the Legacy of Kain series, and overall I enjoyed them. They had their ups and downs, some of them were rather tiresome when it comes to gameplay, but I was always enjoying the story and the characters, so I am very much eager to see what's the conclusion of the story, at least so far, because this is the last game in the series and I'm not sure if there are any plans to make any more in the future. It has been a couple of years since this game came out, so I am eager to see how it ends so far, and I am enthusiastic about it. Let us start a new game without further ado. It just says continue because I played like a minute just to check the audio. So let's restart. Previous progress may be lost, yeah, I don't care.
Given the choice, whether to rule a corrupt and failing empire, or to challenge the fates for another throw, a better throw against one's destiny, what was a king to do? But does one ever truly have a choice? One can only match, move by move, the machinations of fate, and thus defy the tyrannous stars. And so I returned to the sanctuary of my enemy, the fortress of the Sarafan Brotherhood, deemed impossible for any man to penetrate. Impossible for any man. Deep within these walls my prey awaited. Mobius, the time streamer, deceiver and eternal gamester, using living beings as his pawns.
In the end, we'd rooted out an entire nest of the fiends.
But we had swept that area already.
Not well enough, but no matter. We purged every last one of that brood with fire, where their souls now rest.
Lord Mobius will be pleased.
It was time for Mobius to answer a few questions. I hoped for his sake to find him in a forthcoming mood.
Okay, so I guess so begins Defiance. Now, I am a bit unsure about what the timeline is. Like, when does it take place? Because if it takes place right after Soul Reaver 2, then it kind of doesn't make sense, because Soul Reaver 2 ended in the Sarafan Stronghold. So Kain would have to leave and then come back, which makes no sense, because if he was looking for Mobius, who's supposedly in here, why would he leave in the first place? And if some time has passed, I'm not sure what he was doing in the meantime, but I guess the game will probably tell me. Oh, okay, so it's one of those games. Apparently the camera is fixed. It just does whatever. It has a high potential of being very annoying, But to be honest, the camera was always annoying in those games, so maybe it's better that the game wrestles control from me. At least I don't have to worry about it. Hopefully it will be, you know, reasonable enough in the angles it chooses for various scenes. At least I don't have to worry about it. Okay, some Sarafan enemies. Press action to attack. Well, that makes no sense whatsoever, because I don't know what do I use for attacking. It's not the mouse. That kind of tooltip makes no sense whatsoever. Like, it doesn't help me in the slightest. I'm just... It essentially says press attack to attack, which is, you know, nonsense. I'm just clicking whatever, so apparently attack is U, which is weird. Very weird. Okay, is this a parry? You can attack using U on the keyboard. There is also a projectile, I guess, which uses O. Okay, it should be enough to...
Dive!
But the U button seems to be a specific kind of attack. Blood hunger causes the health gauge to drain slowly over time. Press enter to continue. How do I drink from them though? I'm not sure what I clicked. Overall, I am very confused because this seems to be a very specific kind of attack. It's like the same move every time. You know, a down towards up attack. You know, an uppercut, basically. Which makes me think there might be different kinds of attack. You know what? I perhaps should just check the controls. Configure button, blah blah blah. Telekinesis, K plus space. What kind of deranged combination is that? Lift attack. Yeah, lift attack U. But what's a normal attack? Action J. Okay, that's nonsense. Like, who designed this control scheme? Sneak shift. Okay, J and U. Okay, I guess it kind of makes sense. They are close together. If you're moving using the arrow keys instead of WSD, then I guess I can use my left hand for attacking. But what's the blah 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 spectral shift numpad? Okay, I probably won't remember that. I will have to refer back to this at some point. But what's the soul sucking eye? Okay, interesting that it's called soul sucking and not blood sucking, because you know, Kain is distinct from Raziel, or at least one would think so, in the fact that he's still just a regular vampire, so he should... okay, the camera is already kind of annoying me. But Kain should subsist on blood, right? Rather than souls. So I guess maybe the tooltip says soul sucking because I'm going to play as Raziel as well at some points, and it uses the same button. But the camera is already annoying me because the consequence of the camera, you know, changing on its own is that the controls kind of change, because relatively to which way the camera is pointed, Kain moves differently. Like he, you know, I'm using the arrow keys to move him, but depending on which way the camera is pointed, he moves in different directions, even though I'm using the same key, because relatively he's pointing in different directions. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it the correct way. It's a little bit late and I'm tired, and English is not my first language, but what I mean, it makes it so it's kind of counterintuitive to control him from time to time. So I can already foresee some level of being annoying. Moving to the gate to miss through. Okay, at least I don't have to do anything to do that.
Help me! Help me! Oh, please, no!
From time to time, it is necessary to feed. And the unusual event of a feast prepared by the Sarafan must be savored.
Okay, so I'm supposed to kill her. Which is nothing new for Kain. He's been doing that for, 4 games so far. Slaughtering prisoners to slake his unholy thirst. Okay, is that a guillotine? Yes, it is. Okay, let's continue. More prisoners. And more torture implements. That's a cell, but seemingly nothing to do here. Yeah, the camera will... Oh, damn it. That was a mistake. The camera will require some getting used to. There's no doubt about that. Just another cell. Okay, I should be able to miss through that, right? Indeed. Shatter object for a bonus item. Okay. Received a health talisman. Okay, so I gather it's similar as it was in Soul Reaver. If I gather enough of them, they are going to complete like a medallion that I can then use to gain more health. Action to shatter the wall.
What was that?
Can I go back?
A touch of water is like acid to a vampire. I had to find another way to pass.
So there was a way to go up here, right? I wanted to check that. Okay, there's literally nothing here, so I guess I didn't miss anything. Okay, but maybe I can climb this and glide to the other side? Indeed. Jump to kick jump to a climbable wall. Okay. Yeah, the camera is definitely a little obnoxious, but it is kind of cinematic in its own right. And as I said, the camera was always annoying in those Legacy of Kain games, the 3D ones after Blood Omen 1. So to be honest, I don't have a strong opinion sort of either way. I will get used to it, as I did to the camera in the other games. Okay, there's
This passage undoubtedly led to the time streamer. My prey was nearly in my grasp. But the door had been sealed by a blessed barrier. As I approached, the Reaver resonated in response. Perhaps its dark sorcery could dispel these holy barriers.
Oh, wait. That's something I totally didn't consider. This can't be after Soul Reaver, because Kain still has the Soul Reaver, which... Although, wait, no, he did have it, because Raziel came back into the past and took it, and then stabbed himself with it, and Kain took it out of his body. So I guess it can and maybe does take place after Soul Reaver 2, but I'm already confused. Like, this series really does a lot of sort of time jump shenanigans, and it's sometimes difficult for me to keep up. But yeah, I think it very well might be after Soul Reaver 2, because he would have it. He did have it at the end of Soul Reaver 2. He grabbed it from Raziel's body, actually, after Raziel stabbed himself with it.
The Reaver was not yet powerful enough to shatter these barriers, but there was something to this.
Okay, so I'm supposed to come back later, you're telling me. Okay, that's a standard mechanic in those games. You know, when you unlock new environmental possibilities as you grow stronger. Man, those Sarafans really do enjoy staking people. That's an interesting banner. That's not Mobius's banner, so I'm not sure what exactly does it depict. Tap telekinesis for a TK blast. Yeah, but how do I do this again? I think it was O. Hold telekinesis to lift an enemy. And again, not exactly sure how to do that. Which I should probably learn that, because I imagine it's going to be required of me eventually. Can I climb the battlements? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Action to open door. Okay. I will, eventually. What did I even do? I didn't see a prisoner there? So I'm not quite sure, really. Oh, whoa. Okay, very nearly fell into the water. Can I jump to the other side? I can't even see it, so I will assume no. Okay, those two doors are blocked by some kind of a barrier. Collect arcane tomes to unlock bonus materials. Okay, cool. Cool, I guess. I am invested enough in this series to care about bonus materials, so sure, why not? Wait, isn't this where I just was? It is indeed, but there is another set of doors, right? I am quite certain of that. Where are they shooting from? Are those like arrow slits? Or something? I don't entirely understand, to be honest. Yeah, but I think they must be. Yeah, they are. But that's still weird, because first of all, shouldn't there be a person inside here? You know, the actual archer that was shooting? And second, how did he even get in? Was it like a coffin? Or is it a turret? Because it's actually moving. It's swiveling, so I assume maybe it's a turret? Like, maybe it's an actual mechanical contraption that's shooting on its own, rather than, you know, a hiding spot for an actual human archer. Checkpoint activated. Okay, so it's another one of those. That's another thing that I kind of despise, you know, the lack of manual saving. I really think the lack of manual saving is inconsiderate towards the player, because let's be honest, once you become an adult, you have to have an like, you require an option to stop the game suddenly sometimes, because, you know, something happens, whether that is from work or something family related, or, you know, you have some sudden obligation that you didn't think about before, or you need to take care of something that's actually important rather than be playing a game, and then you would need and you would like an option to quit the game at a moment's notice. But if there is no manual saving, then you will always lose a bit of progress, and I find it annoying. So I guess I'll have to be on the lookout for those. Those are like red symbols on the ground.
Locked. What a love of doors these pathetic humans have.
Oh, so this is the cathedral in the Sarafan Stronghold. That's where William is buried, right? Or am I wrong? Because this looks, you know, very similar to how it looked in Soul Reaver. Although there is a conspicuous lack of the stained glass windows that's depicted, among other things, the slaying of Janos Audron. So I'm not entirely sure. Well, let's get closer, so maybe the game will tell me. Yeah, I don't think this is the same place. Hold telekinesis to lift an enemy. Now, how do I do that exactly? So I was already confused about that before. And telekinesis K plus space. That's a very weird way to do that. Sure, let's try it. K plus space. Okay, it does nothing. So okay, this is just a projectile. I don't understand what this says. Oh no, telekinesis is L, jump is K plus space, but that still doesn't make no sense because doesn't make sense because I'm clicking just space, I'm not using K. What does it even do? But I guess telekinesis is L. So let's check that. Move and release. Release what? Okay, so I can like use TK to throw enemies onto spikes. But how do I maneuver it? Like right now I'm just crashing them against the wall, which, while kinda cool, does not exactly accomplish my given goal. Okay, I don't understand how this works, and it seems the game would like me to, but I don't get it. Also out of mana, and also dead, those are all kind of problematic, really. Like, I'm trying to use the arrow keys to direct them, but it doesn't work. Must allow the TK meter to recharge. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, I feel like that's a problem. The game is really not that great at explaining it. Like, you know, use action to attack, kind of deal. I know how to lift them up. I don't know how to direct them. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing. Telekinesis L. Yeah, but that doesn't tell me how to direct them afterwards. Wait. I flung this guy off somehow. But how do I... Okay, I still don't get it. Like, how... Okay, I did it by complete accident. That doesn't actually solve my problem because I still don't know how to do it effectively. It's clear to me the game expected me to pull them from the balcony and then throw them onto the spike rather than limply sort of push them off the balcony and then throw them onto the spike. So I don't know what I'm doing and I feel uneasy about it.
This emblem was unmistakably of vampire origin and designed to enhance the Reaver's power. But this coincidence seemed too convenient. Mobius clearly meant for me to find it.
Sound the alarm! Vampire! Don't let him escape!
Surround him! Surrender, fiend, and we will promise you an easy death.
I could promise you the same, but it would be a lie.
View the status screen for current goals and artifacts. Okay, it doesn't tell me what the button for that is, but I will worry about that later, because to be honest, there is a very high possibility of me dying in just a moment. Okay, at the very least I've got the opportunity to heal a little. Okay, so apparently... Okay, that's weird and kind of borderline a retcon, because I think that's the first time I've ever seen any of the vampires in this game feed in the sort of, you know, mundane way by just sucking on someone's neck. In the previous games, even in the first Blood Omen, when it established some of the lore elements, vampires in Legacy of Kain rather uniquely did what Kain is doing right now. They like will the blood from the body of their enemies, and it flows through the air to reach their mouths, which is kind of unique and interesting compared to just the regular way. So I don't know what to think about that change, really. But right now I should be able to get into here, but before I do, let me actually try getting into here. Well, I guess there is no such option. Really.
This barrier had a curious resonating effect on the Reaver.
Okay, so if I execute them instead of drinking from them, I empower the Reaver, which is good to know, because I might do that instead of healing if I'm full on blood.
This door had been equipped with a singular lock, requiring an unusual key. Somehow I would find it.
Hold and release action to cast a Reaver spell. Hold and release. Okay. Oh. Well, I guess I didn't need to do it. I was under the impression I did need to do it. Because, you know, the tooltip showed right now, but nothing happened. So I guess that was just a general tooltip and I was not supposed to do it yet. I kind of wasted all of that energy. Oh well. No, I don't think I came from here originally. Or did I? No, I came from here. So I guess this would be the way to proceed. Yeah, I still don't get the telekinesis, I'm afraid. Like... What? I did... Okay, like, ironically, the fact that it works does little to make me understand why does it work. Because I was doing exactly that, which is using the button for telekinesis L with the directional keys of the arrows. I was doing that before and it didn't work. So why does it work now? I don't understand that, but I'm not going to complain. Hold and aim TK at breakable objects. But I would need a body, right? To fling at it. Right now I can do this. Okay, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what this accomplishes really by itself. Oh, it accomplishes me being able to climb on top of it, right? I'll just do an obligatory quick check right here. Yeah, there is something here. A bonus to my magic, which is cool. Now, the game said there is supposedly like an objective screen, so it would be good to determine what that is. Now, what kind of button do I need to click to get there? Status menu F. Okay. What can I do there? Destroy the blessed barriers, hunt mobs down within the stronghold, and it gives me combat experience?
Balance emblem. Balance emblem.
Do you have more to say about that? In the previous games, sometimes you
balance
could,
emblem.
you know, in Blood Omen 1, most notably, you could get Kain to speak more about his equipment by selecting it within the inventory. It seemingly doesn't work here.
Balance emblem.
Or if it does, I'm not sure how to trigger anything else. Telekinetic runes, health talismans, arcane tomes. Okay. Let's just continue onwards. Okay, that's where I came from, so I walked a full circle then. That means I should be able to safely drop. Okay, those are just training dummies, I guess. Press Alt or hold autoface to manually enter combat mode. Again, this is a totally useless kind of tooltip because it literally tells me nothing about what I'm actually supposed to be doing. Which button is autoface? Was it like shift or something? Control? Autoface. What? What kind of nonsense is this? Let it be like Z or something. Not plus Z, just Z. What are you talking about? I don't want it to combine two things unless I have to. In which case, yeah, just make it Z and be done with it. Okay. Overall, the controls are weird, but I will get used to them. Like, I could change them, I guess, but I'm not going to spend too much time trying to devise like my own control scheme. I think it might, funnily enough, take some time to think about it, which seems like a waste of time, really. they performed synchronized dying. That's kind of impressive, if you ask me. Okay, so that opened the drawbridge from before, which actually leads me right here, which is... I guess I was supposed to get back here. Because I have the upgraded Soul Reaver now, so I can go back to that other barrier. Okay, I just wanted to test how that Reaver explosion works. received cadaverous laceration. View status screen for details. Is that some kind of a wound? Well, let's view the screen for details. Indeed.
Cadaverous laceration.
Ah, so it's a combo. Executing a quick flurry of sweeping strikes, I am easily able to overwhelm multiple lesser opponents as their blood sprays across the air. Okay, so I guess I leveled up and gained it. So executing people with the Soul Reaver gives me actual literal experience. Now it says J plus move, which... Oh, damn it. I utilized all of my Reaver energy. I don't entirely know... You know, I'll have to try a couple of times to execute it properly. Now this is definitely Mobius's symbol, you know, the hourglass. Okay, you know what? I feel like this first episode was long enough because I'm not sure how long will it be until I find another checkpoint, so I'm going to end it here for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!